Dear friends, so today we'll
Good evening, sir.
not amusing at all. Can I take a look? Can I take a look? Hello, Swarnanjali Beta. You're actually copying it. You're copying it from here to here. Yes.
Yeah.
And you call it studying. Good.
Sir will cut it if I wrote myself.
You're going to a great school. Where one cannot express their individuality, even in their studies.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, Zafri.
You haven't seen my story and then.
Good evening.
Hello, Tani.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Apurva. Now, open your practice book. We are going to talk about Nancy Wake. Who was called White Mouse. Sorry.
Good evening, sir.
Good
Hello.
sir.
Hello. Read the introduction. The White Mouse. Read the introduction to the text about Nancy Wake. Who was she?
She was a soldier and a spy.
Sorry, my dear.
She was a
She was a soldier and spy.
soldier.
Right.
She was a soldier
She
and
worked for sorry again. What nickname did the Gestapo or Gestapo? I don't know. It's a proper noun, okay? It's a proper noun. It's not an English word. So unless you hear it, you won't know. Sorry again.
the Gestapo gave her nickname the White Mouse.
Yeah, she was called the White Mouse. The mouse is not easy to catch. The mouse is not easy to catch. She was the White Mouse.
Is very large and like red, has very much red. We have seen one.
Imagine if I was a radio presenter or TV presenter and this is started on a live show. I will have to go on a forced commercial break. This was, I think,
Alhamdulillah.
my eighth sneeze. It happens when I'm coming. I think I should wear a mask on the way because of the dust, you know.
Achi, 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 achi.
What?
If you were sorry, if you were a news reporter, you got your you got your
Reporting. While doing the reporting, if I started this sneezing streak.
then the company stop your streaming and
Exactly.
advertisement
Yeah.
of medicine.
When you sneeze, you should take this medicine, right? You got a cold and cough? Take this medicine. It's very effective. Would be perfect moment to show an advertisement for a cough and cold medicine.
Then the real advertisement.
I'll be back. Just give me a second.
Hair is suffering from a heart.
Okay, so read the full text and underline the correct form of the verb. Okay, the present past simple or the past continuous, right? That's a very important exercise. You guys decide which form is right there. Nancy Wake was a World War II soldier and spy. During the war, the Gestapo gave her the nickname the White Mouse because she was so difficult to catch. Nancy was born in New Zealand, but she grew up in Australia.
He grew up in
She was born in
Australia.
New Zealand, but she grew up in Australia. At the age of 20, she left Australia and traveled to London. At the age of 20, she left Australia. And okay, she grew up in Australia. She was born in New Zealand, but she grew up in Australia and New Zealand are neighboring countries. They're not very far from each other. And at the age of 20, she left Australia and traveled to London, New York, and Paris. She settled down in France. Settled down means clear? She settled down in France and married a Frenchman. Married a Frenchman.
Friends.
Henri Fiocca. I don't know if I pronounced this name correctly. Henri Fiocca. They lived in Marseille when the war started.
They were living.
They were
They were
living in Marseille when the war started. They were living in Marseille when the war started. Nancy joined the French resistance. Nancy joined the French resistance and helped a lot of people escape the country. She helped a lot of people escape the country. Those people did what? Those people she helped, what did they do? They escaped the country. And who helped them? Nancy. Nancy helped them, helped a lot of people escape the country. उसने बहुत लोगों
Sir,
की मदद
what
Yes, beta Deep.
sir, what does French resistance mean?
It is a capital noun. It starts with a capital letter, so it is a proper noun. You don't ask
Okay.
of this. You want to know what it was. So as the word suggests, resistance, French resistance. So the people who didn't want to surrender to maybe, Hitler, the French resistance, okay. helped a lot of people escape the country. The Gestapo
Found out
Found out.
about
about
Nancy.
Nancy. Found out about Nancy. अच्छा ऋषभ तुम बताओ अभी जो हमने कहा have you done your homework? Have you done your homework? Have you done your homework? Come here. With the book. By God. The Gestapo found out about Nancy. क्या हुआ इसका मतलब ऋषभ? The Gestapo found out about Nancy. हाँ देख लो सामने लिखा है The Gestapo found out about Nancy. The Gestapo found out about Nancy. हिंदी में क्या बोलेंगे बच्चों? Gestapo को के बारे में पता चला गया, पता चल गया, जान के बोलो कि अरे मदद कर रही है. Gestapo found out about Nancy, and she
Became their most wanted.
became
Became their
most
most
wanted
wanted
person. Catch this girl, arrest this girl, find this girl. Right. She became their most wanted person. She became their. Their means Gestapo's.
person.
Their means Gestapo's most wanted person. Yes, it was an organization.
Under Hitler.
Yes. They looked for the white mouse everywhere. They looked for the white mouse, but the white mouse was hiding in India, right? The white mouse was hiding in India, so they could not find the white mouse. What's this? They looked for the white mouse everywhere, but she managed to escape from France to the UK. But she managed to escape from France to the UK. She managed to escape from France to the UK. Her husband
Was preparing to join her.
preparing to join her in London. Her husband was preparing to join. वो भी तैयारी कर रहा था कि वहां पहुंच जाएंगे वाइफ के पास. He was preparing to join her in London, but unfortunately, the Gestapo found him and shot him. तू नहीं तो तोर husband. चूहिया नहीं तो चूहा. बेटा, mouse means and mice means चूहिया. उसका feminine, right? Mice. तुम दोनों एक ही स्कूल में जाते हो, right? Okay. So it's not always about the school. It's also about a little bit about your personal interest. Mouse is singular, mice is plural. It's not feminine gender, okay? Mouse is singular, mice is plural. Sometimes people misunderstand that. They think mouse is male and mice is female. It's not gender. It's not about gender. It's about yeah, yeah. हाँ. हिंदी में सोचो, वो अपनी वाइफ से मिलने की तैयारी कर रहा था कि इसने अपने वाइफ से मिलने की तैयारी किया. और उसके बाद आगे देखना, लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली गेस्टापो ने उसको ढूंढ लिया और गोली मार दी। तैयारी किया कि तैयारी कर रहा था? तो पास जवाब हो गया। ओके, the Gestapo found out. He was preparing to join his wife in London, but the Gestapo found out and shot him. When Nancy got to England, Nancy got to England, मतलब क्या हुआ बेटा? When Nancy arrived in England, when she got to England, मतलब when she arrived
When
in
she arrived,
got to England, when she got to England, when she arrived in England, she joined the Special Operations Executive, SOE, Special Operations Executive, and became a fully trained agent, in only 8 months. She was a quick learner or slow learner?
she was a quick learner.
She became a fully trained agent. What kind of agent?
Fully trained.
Let's analyze this expression. A fully trained agent. Agent is a noun. Trained is
Adjective.
ed adjective.
And
Ed. Fully is adverb.
adverb.
Kaisa trained? Fully trained. Not partially trained. Fully trained. All right. So it's common. Nouns. Before nouns, adjectives. Before adjectives, adverbs. When Nancy got to England, she joined the Special Operations Executive and became a fully trained agent in only 8 months. After her training, she went to France on a mission. She went to France after her training on a mission. Means she went back to the danger. You know, she escaped France, right? Managed to reach London. But after the training, she said, now I can take on the Gestapo. I can face them, I can fight with them, I can take on the Gestapo. She went back to France on a mission. Nancy fought with the men in some of the fiercest battles.
Nancy was fighting with the men, in some of the various battles.
आप दोनों में से कोई बोलोगे, मैं गलत नहीं बोलूंगा, बिकॉज अभी मैं आपको सिखा नहीं पाऊंगा कि क्यों वो। अगर आप बोलोगे Nancy fought with the men in some of the fiercest battles, you are grammatically not wrong. Nancy was fighting with the men in some of the fiercest battles. That is more dramatic, more, I will say, lively. It connects with the reader better. So both the answers are okay, but which is more natural here in this context? Nancy was fighting with the men in some of the fiercest battles. It emphasizes the duration. It emphasizes the duration. It didn't happen. It was happened. She was fighting. Yes, she was fighting with the fiercest men. She was fighting with the men in some of the fiercest battles. Fiercest. Do you know the word fierce?
Yeah.
Go ahead. English na seekh paoge beta. So fierce means having no fear, ready to fight, trying to win. Fierce argument, bol khunkar argument. Yesterday I told you, if you want to learn an English word, don't learn the Hindi of that. Learn the word. The word, not its Hindi. You need to learn the word. Fierce. Fierce describes, it's an adjective. So when you describe a person as he is fierce, she is fierce, it means they don't have fear. They are ready to fight. They are ready to win. They try hard. Fierce. It can also describe what you do. A fierce battle, a fierce argument, It means trying to win, trying to defeat the opponent. Okay? A fierce competitor. A fierce, someone who will easily give up if they are losing. No. Even if they're losing, they will do their best. That is called a fierce competitor. Those who give you a kaate ki takkar, a fierce competitor. Those who will not give up easily. So fierce describes character of a person. All right. It describes an action that a fierce person will do. Like a fierce battle, a fierce argument. When something is fierce, there is no fear, ready to fight, ready to win, trying hard to win. Fierce. And the comparative, fiercer, and the superlative, fiercest.
Yes, yes.
Adjectives have comparative and superlatives.
Hmm.
Fierce, fiercer, fiercest.
Yes, yes.
She was fighting with the men in some of the fiercest battles. I like that kind of thing, she said. I liked that kind of thing, she said. Nancy was a cool character. Now, this is going to be very interesting. We will have a little discussion over it, okay? Nancy was a cool character. What is the adjective to describe her? Cool. She was a cool character. So when you describe someone as cool, you like them or you dislike them?
Like
Like,
them.
Yeah. Some teachers are cool. They don't get upset very easily, you know. They handle the situation with a smile, right? And you children describe them as cool, right?
cool.
Yeah. Nancy was a cool character. One day, let's understand why we are calling him cool, or why the book is calling him cool, and why I have a problem. One day, while
She was
While
eating.
she
eating
was eating her
her
breakfast,
breakfast,
she was eating her breakfast. One day, while she was eating her breakfast, she ordered a soldier to shoot an enemy spy.
Shoot.
She was having her breakfast and she said, "Hey, Lucky, kill him, shoot him, kill him, shoot him." Wow. And you're calling her cool. I have a problem with that. She ordered a soldier to shoot an enemy spy. It didn't put me off my breakfast, she said. You tell me, if you are eating your breakfast and then you have to order killing of a person, okay, and after that you will continue your food, or you will be a little bit disturbed that somebody died or somebody is going to die. You will be a little bit disturbed, but she continued her food. She continued with her breakfast. She did not feel bad about it. You are a psychopath. She was a psychopath too. So maybe emotions were removed. I read a quote that a man carrying a gun and ready to use it, and ready to, no matter what situation he uses it, whether he is fighting for a just cause or this or that, he's ready to kill a person. He's ready to have his way, to have his way, apni baat manwane. He's ready to kill. That's what gun does for you. You have a gun, you can force people to have your way, whether you are a police inspector or whatever, but you're ready to kill a person. Some people in this world have a problem with this attitude. Don't glorify these things. It's a shame that even after so many years, such a long time of civilization, we have not come to a stage where we can appreciate life the way we should, because life is not in our control. And we are ready to kill people. Sometimes we call it justice. Sometimes we call it revolution. Whatever name you give, killing a human being for a cause is not okay. If somebody is attacking you personally to kill you, and in the process of defending yourself, you end up killing that person, can be understood. But you kill somebody for a cause. You say, it is my cause, my motherland, I have to kill these people. Well, again, maybe you are a good patriot, but you are not as good a human being, because human beings should love other human beings, as simple as that. And we should only attack another human being when they are attacking us for some stupid reasons, personally. We should not fight for such big causes. Again, some people will have a serious objection to what I'm saying. I understand, that's the irony, that's the shame, that so many years of civilization and we still don't appreciate life the way we should do. Whatever, Alexander, this life you have, you are Alexander, I'm Vinay, you're Tawheed, in Tawheed, you're Lucky, whatever, this life, this body, this consciousness that you have, that you are alive, you're never going to have it again. So why should I cut it short? Why don't I allow you to enjoy it as much as you can? If I kill you, you kill me, you cut short this experience for me. I will never ever continue, have this experience again. What it is like to be alive, I will never know again. So some people think this way, and they think we have to find a way to come together as one. And we don't need bombs, missiles, and guns and these things, because we are not using them on animals, we are using them on our fellow human beings. And it is a shame. And it is a shame that we are still in that situation where we feel the need for these things. Do you buy guns for your family members? Do you buy guns to protect yourself in your neighborhood? Some people need to do that. Clearly, again, problem with the civilization, again, they have not evolved enough in some neighborhoods. Nobody needs even a lathi, because they live so happily together. They're like family, joining each other on special occasions. But there are those neighborhoods where people fight with each other, ready to kill each other. They keep guns for their protection, they call it, that we are keeping it for protection. Isn't it a shame? If we had to live this way, jungle was best. Why did we have to civilize ourselves? Some people will agree with this kind of thinking. They are minority at the moment. That's why situation is like this, where guns are glorified.
Not mean to say, of course,
Terrorists are human beings, first of all, let me tell you. And again, I know what I'm saying is not a very popular opinion. So what makes them a terrorist? We need to address that point. And it is not about India, Pakistan only. It's about, I said, human beings. Human beings have to, first of all, again, what you are saying is just one part of it. I said something more important. I said we human beings need to come together as one. So when we come together as one, are we Indians? Are we Pakistanis? Are we Hindus? Are we Muslims? Are we Europeans? Are we Asians? We have to consider ourselves as human beings. Then this unity is possible. As long as these divisive lines exist, we will never come together. And I know one big point that I'm missing, that is language. Language also divides. People feel a particular emotion for their own language, and they don't feel that emotion for another language. And unfortunately, we can't do anything about it because it is a necessity. I mean, I can fight a cause where I can say, hey guys, renounce all your identities. Give up all your identities. Don't call yourself a Hindu. Don't call yourself a Muslim. And I will be proud if I do that campaign. I can run a campaign where I'll say, don't call yourself an Indian. Don't call yourself a Pakistani. Don't call yourself an Asian. Don't call yourself a European. I will be proud. But how will I ask them to give up their mother tongue and how they feel about their mother tongue? I can't even convince myself for that, because we need language to communicate. And the way we feel about one language is difficult to feel about another language that we don't speak. However, a fight is unnecessary over language either. It's totally unnecessary. We don't need that fight. Again, it is about power politics. Languages don't fight, we are learning, so many people are learning other people's languages. So that doesn't divide actually. It is again power politics. Tamil people, Indian people, Urdu people, Hindi people. It's so strange. But again, it is a shame that thousands of years of civilization and we have still reached only this far, where we are killing each other for stupid reasons and we glorify those reasons, calling terrorism and patriotism and all that stuff. For some people, these things are not worth it. Patriotism and what do you call it? Terrorism. These things are not worth it. They're not worth it. If you go by his words, John Lennon, I told you about his song Imagine. He says, no reason is good enough for you to kill or die. There is nothing good enough to kill or die for. Now that I talked about this, again, you could call me all sorts of names. आप मुझे हर तरह गालियां दे सकते हैं कि आप आदमी नहीं हैं, आपके अंदर मर्दानगी नहीं है, आप you are आपको कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं, क्योंकि जो लोग को लड़ना है वो तो मर्दानगी के नाम पे ही लड़ते हैं ना भाई. तो if I'm a man and I'm not going on their side, I'm not supporting them, they will obviously call me what? Namard. The best thing, when you're a man and you're not supporting fights, then the first thing you will be called is Namar. All right. I know all sorts of accusations I will get when I say these things. But that's what I feel. We don't need to. Again, iska matlab ye nahi hai. Again, I said that it is a shame that we are in this situation where we have this kind of fear. There are two neighborhoods. In one neighborhood, people are friendly with each other. Nobody feels the need to have a lathi. And there is another neighborhood where people are keeping guns. And who are they afraid of? They are afraid of their own neighbors. Isn't it a shame? They need to do something about this situation, that this situation can be taken care of, Well, that's why Gandhi was great. Not because he managed to bring us, freedom. No, I know he was not the reason why we got freedom. I agree. Gandhiji was not the reason why we got freedom. He played a role, but he was not the only person who made it possible. There were so many factors. And he sometimes given too much credit for freedom, that I understand. But he was something beyond this. He understood how human beings as one, but again, he also believed in dharma and all these things. He called himself a proud Hindu. What is a proud Hindu, proud Muslim? These are, again, ideas that were absolutely fine at a lower level. But if you can take your consciousness, if you can take your evolution, your mind, your imagination a little higher, these things are really stupid. I know I am very unpopular because of these things I say, but I'm sorry, I had to say it because somehow I normally avoid saying things clearly like this now, but I had to. It's a very unpopular opinion. Unpopular opinion means I'm not going to get a lot of support for what I said. At best, people can keep quiet respecting me. But if I say this in a place where people do not know me as a teacher, they will all attack me. Kya bakwas kar rahe hain? Okay. Let's see. Fierce. देखा मैंने अपनी बात को कितना fiercely रखा. यही था. No fear of defeat, no fear of dying. You said what you had to say. So fierce is that. A fierce contender, a fierce competitor, a fierce soldier. All right? Who would you like to describe as a fierce batsman? Rahul Dravid or Sehwag? Who would you call a fierce batsman? Sehwag, right? He was not afraid of getting out.
Of course, Sehwag.
By the bowler, okay? That is fierce. खूंखार बैट्समैन था. खूंखार आर्ग्यूमेंट नहीं करो. बच्चे हो, समझा रहा हूं, ठीक है? अगर शब्द सीखना है तो उसकी डेफिनेशन पढ़ो, उसकी हिंदी नहीं, उस वर्ड की डेफिनेशन पढ़ो. Today it's very easy. All you need to do is go on Google, type the word, and Oxford Dictionary, Cambridge Dictionary, all dictionaries are available to you for free. And you don't need to turn over 100 pages. to find the word. You'll straight away go to that word and you can read the definition there. And then you will understand that word exactly, what it means. You'll be able to use it the right way. Otherwise, your understanding of that word will be limited to this. In some context, Khunkar word will be absolutely fine. In some context, but the word fierce can be used in so many other contexts where you cannot use the word Khunkar. Did I tell you that there are A1, A2 level vocabulary where translating those words in your mother tongue can be okay. But once you go beyond that level, B1, B2 or something, then now translating the words is not going to help you. You need, because those words become abstract. Now, fierce is what? An abstract thing. It's an adjective, right? You can't really touch something and say fierce. तो एडजेक्टिव्स के लिए आप एक वर्ड नहीं ढूंढते, आप उसका मतलब निकालो. मतलब उसके डेफिनेशन किस आइडिया को लेके जाए तो फियर्स बोलते. चलिए लीजिए दो वर्ड्स लीजिए. देयर इज वन वर्ड miserly and the other word is thrifty. Miserly and thrifty, and they both can be translated as conjuice. So what's the difference? Miserly, you describe someone as miserly, you disagree with them, you don't like them, you think they are not being sensible, they are valuing money too much, you are negative about it. You describe that person in a negative way when you call them, he's so miserly. He has so much money, but he look at the clothes he wears. Will he take all that money when he dies? He's so miserly. Okay. Now, when you describe somebody as thrifty, you are positive about them. You think they're not wasting their money. They are also not spending money, but you think of them in a positive way. You say, wow, this guy, look, he doesn't waste his money. You want your guardians to be thrifty. If your guardians are wasting money, how would you feel? They're spending money on unnecessary things. Would you be happy about it? So you want your guardians to be thrifty, but you don't want them to be miserly. So how would you understand these things if you know the definition of the words, not the Hindi of the word?
We can also say that they are impulsive buyers.
Impulsive buyers are there. What I said is opposite of impulsive. Okay, fiercest battles.
Impulsive buyer also yes.
They waste money. And here the words I used, thrifty and miserly, are opposite. They don't spend money. Neither of them. But you're negative about one. You're saying, paisa leke jaega, marega kya re? Kharch kar. So you're negative about them. You think they're miserly. They should spend money, but they're not. And then you approve of someone. You approve of someone. You say, wow, good. You're not wasting your money. Good. You're a sensible person. You are thrifty. I would now I understand
Save
my
money in
father.
a positive way.
Come again, Shubhankar.
The miser means saving money in a positive way.
No. Miserly is negative. You call somebody a miserly person.
Thrifty.
Thrifty is a positive word, thrifty person is not someone who wastes money. They spend their money very wisely, only when it is necessary. Okay. When I was young, I thought my father was miserly. He wouldn't spend money when we thought he should have spent. But now that I'm in my 40s and I can recall those things and I have a different outlook, I have a different attitude, different point of view now because of my age, I think my father was not miserly. He was just thrifty. And I'm becoming like him. And my children, my family members also accuse me that you are so miserly. And I feel like, okay, life has come a full circle. I used to say these things to my father, and now I'm hearing those things from my family.
Spend money more than use money.
The people who spend a lot of money, too much money, there is a word for them. It starts with V. I'm missing that word. Let me give you a little bit. A person who spends too much money, okay? They waste money, okay? So there is a word with V. Give me a few seconds. I'll recall and let you know, okay? Yeah. Where were we? Nancy was fighting with the men in some of the fiercest battles. I like that kind of thing, she said. Nancy was a cool character. Cool?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't agree. She was psychopath. Nancy was beta. You just said it was his job. You know, one soldier from India was captured by the Pakistanis, and they destroyed his body, mutilated his body, and returned that body in such a bad condition that, the family could not be shown that body. Now they would say he was enemy, so it is justified. What they did was okay because the Indian soldier was their enemy. So an enemy he is, but he is doing his job for his country. At least respect that fact. Yes, you have to kill him, you have to punish him. All right, fair enough, but there is another way of killing. Why mutilate his body? Why poke his eyes out? Why cut his fingers off? Why? What kind of treatment is this to a soldier? That's why we have, UN, United Nations, where there are laws. If you capture a soldier, how you are supposed to treat them. And if you don't do it, it is a crime. There will be case against the head of that state. But might is right. That's the problem. That's what is going on in the world. We call ourselves civilized, but we are still living in a jungle way. Nancy was a cool character. Cool my foot. One day, while she was eating her breakfast, she ordered a soldier to shoot an enemy spy. It didn't put me off my breakfast. It didn't put me off my breakfast. When you stop liking something, when you stop, enjoying something, it means you have been put off. Let me explain this phrase again with examples. So you like this person very much, and then when that person has spoke, suddenly all your good feelings disappeared. Now you don't like that person anymore because of the way that person spoke. So his or her speaking style put you off that person. Earlier you liked that person, you were very fond of, you were just developing positive feelings for that person by their looks, appearance, and everything. And when you heard their voice, suddenly everything disappeared. It means their voice put you off them. I'll give a direct example. So I was at a party and I saw this girl. She was all beautiful and everything. And I was thinking I would go and talk to her. I was feeling very strong emotions for her, very strong attraction towards her. And then she spoke and her voice was like a kid, and the way she spoke, it put me completely off her. Her voice put me completely off her. It means all the feelings that I had developed, they all disappeared. I didn't like her anymore because of her voice. Now, another. Okay. So you liked somebody at the party. You said, can we dance? Would you like to dance with me? And the person agreed. Okay. And when they started dancing, they danced really badly. They danced really. Now you're saying, exactly dance. So you are not interested in that person anymore. So what put you off that person? Their,
The way she danced.
poor dance put you off them. Now, okay, you're having your meal. Papa came home and started giving you a lecture. And now you don't want to eat. Your mood is really off, bad. What happened? Your papa's lecture put you off your meal. Now you're not interested in eating your meal because he has turned your mood off. Really, he's made you feel bad. So his lecture put you off the, तो कुछ समझ में आ रहा है? Put somebody off something मतलब क्या हो रहा है? उस चीज को पसंद करना. Okay, so I was very fond of sandwiches. Okay, and one day a big cockroach came out of that sandwich. Since that day, I did not eat a sandwich. What happened? That incident, आगे आप लोग बोलेंगे. That incident
That incident put
put
me off.
me off sandwiches forever. That incident put me off sandwiches forever. I said, "Na bhaiya, sandwich, na, 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 na." No, sir, I'm just giving you an example. Yeah. All right. So, there was this person sitting across the room. All right. And I was like, wow, very attractive. And the way she spoke, I was getting like, okay, I'm going to propose to her or something. Okay. And then I find my opportunity. I go and sit next to her. And then I start talking to her. And she turns towards me and boom, a bad smell. Okay. Gust of bad smell from her mouth. Yuck. And I never ever talked to her again. What happened? I was very attracted, right? But her bad smell put me off her completely. So put somebody off something to समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes.
So here what happened? This woman ordered somebody's killing, somebody's death. And this did not put her off her breakfast. She continued eating her. What kind of woman was she? Cool. Psychopath, I call them. Psychopath people don't feel emotions. They don't feel emotions. Psychopaths don't feel.
That she was walking.
Huh?
I think that she was walking, but she was breakfast. I was really leave my breakfast and
Go where?
go to see that where he is the person.
To confirm that the person is dead.
I will see. I will say that for maybe 5 minutes.
Let me finish my breakfast, then kill him.
No,
Ah.
not a psycho.
Okay.
I think I should left him.
A psychopath doesn't have. तू लड़की है कि कुछ और है? हैं? लड़की यहाँ बोलने का मतलब इंसान. ठीक है? ये नहीं कि लड़की लड़का से अलग. नहीं, वो नहीं. Are you real? Are you for real? Moments ago, तुम्हारा एटीट्यूड था कि she was doing her job. अभी 5 मिनट में तुमने कहा कि I would have let him go. माफ कर देते. स्पाई को माफ कर दोगे. तो फिर वो स्पाई क्या कर रहे हो यार? तुम करते क्या हो यार? तुम फार नॉर्थ से फार साउथ कैसे चले जाते 1 सेकंड में?
I think
नहीं, पहले ये बताओ. अभी थोड़ी देर पहले तुमने ये कहा था कि नहीं कि वो you defended her. Yes or no? और 2 मिनट में तुमने अपना स्टैंड ऐसा चेंज किया है कि तुम उसको माफ कर देती.
I think it's the place of the spy.
हाँ भाई, तो स्पाई को माफ कर देंगे. तो स्पाई को माफ कर देंगे तो अपने आप पर मुसीबत ले लेंगे कि उसके पास इंफॉर्मेशन है. फिर अब फालतू बात हो रही. तो फिर मारने की क्या जरूरत होती? देखो प्लीज मेरी बात सुनो. बचपना बंद करो. Act your age. Okay, you are in class 7. I expect, because I have some children here who are in class 7. बस थोड़ी पहले एक बात समझो. मेरी एक बात सुनो, बहुत अच्छे से सुनो. दुनिया जाए भाड़ में. ठीक है? तुम अपनी राय बनाओ लॉजिक पे, किसी को खुश करने के लिए नहीं. फलाना सर ये बोल रहे हैं तो हमको उससे अग्री करना ये जरूरी नहीं है. ठीक है बच्चे? ज्यादातर टीचर्स के ओपिनियन से अग्री करने के लिए बच्चे प्रेशर फील करते हैं कि सर के नजर में सही कब बोलिए, जब सर जो बोल रहे हैं वही हम भी बोले. पहले हमारी राय कुछ थी, लेकिन सर ने अपनी बात ज्यादा जोर से बोली. नहीं ठीक है बोल रहे हैं आप. तो कभी कभी तो पता चल जाता है कि आप खाली मेरा हाँ में हाँ बोल रहे हो, लेकिन कई बार बच्चे एक्चुअली दिखाना चाहते हैं हम सही में अग्री कर रहे हैं आपसे. मत करिए ऐसा. अपनी इंडिविजुअलिटी ढूंढिए. टीचर कुछ भी बोलते हो, ठीक है, आपको जब तक वो सही में सही ना लगे, डोंट अग्री. हाँ, जब आपके टीचर्स रिक्वेस्ट करें कि मेरी बात मान लो, बाद में सही लगेगा, तब उस समय बात अलग है. हाँ, कभी कभी हम करते हैं अपने बच्चे से. देख, कभी तरह का समझ नहीं आया, मेरी बात मान लो, जो कह रहे हो कर लो, बाद में आर्गुमेंट कर लियो, बाद में थैंक यू बोल दियो. ठीक है, अभी बात मान लो. ट्रस्ट मी एंड जस्ट फॉलो माई एडवाइस. कभी कभी हम ऐसे बोलते हैं. आई नो दैट आई कैन नॉट हेल्प यू रियलाइज व्हाट आई एम रियलाइजिंग, व्हाट आई कैन सी. You cannot see that in this moment. So please trust me and do what I'm saying. If you trust me, just do what I'm saying. You will not regret it. ये भी मेरा attitude होता है. लेकिन I don't like it that people change their stance just to agree with me. ठीक है? हाँ. माफ करवा दिया तुमने. ये भी नहीं कहा कि सर जेल में डाल देती, मारने की क्या जरूरत थी. बाद में डिसाइड होता है.
I would let him go and catch him again.
हाँ मतलब क्या, फिर से देखो. पहले I would let him go and catch him again. तो फिर क्या?
Catch him now.
हाँ.
Let him go. He is a guilty. I can't do that work. I can't see blood draw. Yes.
तो ये लाइन पहले कहाँ से आता है? She was doing her job.
इन्होंने वक्त बदल दिया, जज्बात बदल
एकदम एब्सोल्युटली परफेक्ट मीम होता. वक्त बदल दिया, जज्बात बदल दिए, एकदम एकदम 1 सेकंड में चेंज कर लिया स्टैंड पूरा. कोई कोई वजह भी नहीं दिखी.
I was thinking that
You're such a kiddo.
she was doing her job. Actually, they both are right in there.
अरे भाई, I said it. All right, you have to do some dirty things. Part of job, I understand. She was eating her meal. She ordered somebody's killing and continued. It means she did not feel that an individual has died and her family will never meet him again. All these things will definitely. Razi is a good movie because Razi shows that a spy is a human and they go through all these turmoils of emotions. You know, they have to do what they have to do, but they can't divorce their human side completely. After all, they're humans, they have to have those emotions. How does it feel to befriend somebody and then betray them? Befriend somebody with the intention that you will betray them.
What do you mean by this?
अपने ह्यूमैनिटी को तो नहीं छोड़ सकते ना. मैंने वहां पर ऐसी फिगरेटिवली डिवोर्स वर्ड यूज करा. थोड़ी आप ह्यूमैनिटी को डिवोर्स करते हो, जाइए मैं आपको तलाक दिया, ऐसा थोड़ी हो. डिवोर्स या ह्यूमैनिटी, आप उसको थोड़ी छोड़ दे सकते हैं. मेरे को तलाक दे दिया. Okay. I'm not interested in those things. Never been. Yeah.
He's from that genre. He's from that genre.
इसको यूज करना था ये वर्ड, इसलिए इतना बोला है. इसको ये वर्ड यूज करना था, इसलिए इतनी कहानी बनाई इसने. हैव यू सीन द फिल्म टर्मिनेटर? इसको उसने उसी समय सोच लिया कि मेरे को जेनरा वर्ड बोलना है सर के सामने. पूरा प्लान कैसे आएगा ये वर्ड, हम ये बेटा.
Exactly.
पूरा क्वेश्चन लगा. आई एम ऑलरेडी impressed by you. You don't need to make a special efforts. Okay, learn more. Okay, no, seriously, you're a very good student. Okay, you don't need to make a special efforts to impress me. I'm already impressed. You're a very good boy. You're a quick learner too. But beta, learn. Focus on learning. Okay.
I will give up.
Yeah, good. So put somebody of something. After the liberation of France, after the liberation means freedom, okay? France was liberated. First it was captured by, Germans, After the liberation of France, Nancy returned to London. Nancy returned to London. She received 9 medals from the British. She received 9 medals from the British, French and American governments. From the British, French and American governments. 9 medals. Yeah, psychopaths get a lot of medals, including the George Medal, the Croix de jo bhi hai bhai, French word, okay, and the medal that is okay. It so many different awards she got. She died on August the 7th. She died on August the 7th, 2011.
11.
3 weeks before her 99th birthday. So, yeah, she could have finished her century. But I think one of those people she killed, because of their bad, what do we call them? Baddua, yeah. That's why she could not finish 100. She could not reach 100.
Bad person culture.
She died on August the 7th, 2011, 3 weeks before her 99th birthday. She did not touch 99. She could not be 99 years old. Complete the questions and write the answers. Where was Nancy born? Question number 2.
Nancy
He
was
was
born
born
in
in New Zealand.
When did she leave Australia? Answer.
At the
At the
She
age of
left
20.
Australia at age of 20.
Left Australia. जब आंसर करेंगे तो लेफ्ट हो जाएगा वो.
yes,
She left Australia when.
At the age when she was
At the
20.
age of 20.
Number 3.
there was
There was
Where was
he
she living
living
when
when
Where
the
did
the
she
war
live
started?
When the
when
war
the war
started.
started?
she was living in Marseille, France when the war
Next,
She
started?
was
number
living
4.
in Marseille when the war started.
one
Why
Why
did
did
the
they
guests
want to
One
want
find
minute.
to
What did the
find
guest
her?
Question.
want
Why did the
Want to find
Gestapo
one
to
want
find
find her?
want to
Why did
find her
they want to find her? अब आंसर करेंगे तो wanted चाहिए. They wanted to find her because
because
She helped
they
a
found
lot
also
of
wanted
people
to
escape
find
from
yeah,
that she
France.
she was
was
doing a lot of damage to them. She was doing a lot of
victim.
damage to them. 5.
Sir, here,
Yes,
here I have a question, sir.
yes, Shubhankar, what's your question?
Yeah, we use from with escape, but uh, in the page there is no from preposition with the escape.
अच्छा वो
With
जरूरी नहीं है. Escape something is enough sometimes. Okay, so we can say escape from somewhere, escape something. She escaped death. मौत से बच के निकल गई. She escaped death.
That
That's correct too, Shubhankar. Escape can be used. Okay. चलिए आप लोगों को सिखाता हूँ. Vocabulary देखना है तो कैसे करते हैं. तो let me share with you. You write the word on Google, the word that you want to learn. I'm showing you in the video here. Okay, so you write the word, okay? You want to learn the word escape. You write escape and then you write meaning and you click enter. Now, do not read what comes. Ignore it. Go to Cambridge Dictionary. Now, because Cambridge Dictionary will give you all the necessary information about that word. So take a look here. Okay. To get free, see the definition, to get free from something such as a prison or cage or from someone who will not allow you to leave. If you read carefully the definition, you'll understand, yes, yahi to hai escape. Your learning will be much faster and better when you read the definition instead of escape means बच के भागना. ये मत बोलिए बच के भागना, ये पढ़िए. To get free from something such as a prison or cage or from someone who will not allow you to leave. I'm not letting you go. I'm keeping you here. Then you can escape. Now read examples. 2 prisoners have escaped. समझ में आया कि अच्छा इससे बोल सकते हैं. Okay. Escape from in bold. Why? From अक्सर हाँ यूज होता है. उसको कहते हैं collocation. Collocation यहाँ दिया रहेगा. Bold में. So that you can learn. Escape from. A lion has escaped from its cage. आगे देखिए. She was kidnapped but escaped her captors. From नहीं लगाने की जरूरत है. She was kidnapped but escaped her captors. उसको किडनैप कर लिया गया था लेकिन वो निकल गई. The kidnappers could not keep her. She escaped her captors or kidnappers. More examples. एक देखिए ये वाला. He longed to escape the small town where he grew up. He longed. तरस रहा था वो. चाह रहा था बहुत badly. He longed. He wanted it very badly. He longed to do what? He longed to escape the small town where he grew up. He grew up in a small town and he wanted to escape that town. ठीक है. तो ज्यादातर जगहों पे Escape, direct, escape something. Escape a place, escape a situation. That's why I said she escaped death. मौत से बच के निकल गए. देखिए, escape, escape punishment, escape injury, ये सब fixed phrases हैं. She escaped punishment, मतलब उसको punishment मिला के बच गई. Yeah, he escaped injuries. The accident was very bad, but he escaped serious injuries. He escaped, मतलब उसको कोई ज्यादा serious injuries नहीं हुआ. He escaped serious injuries. तो दिस इज द राइट वे टू लर्न वोकैबुलरी. बाकी जो लोग और तरीके से सीखते हैं वो फिर एक स्टैग्नेंसी आ जाएगी उनके लर्निंग में. कहेंगे इतना मेहनत किया, इतना समय दिया, लेकिन इसके बाद आगे नहीं बढ़ पा रहे क्योंकि आपका वह तरीका गलत. कैरेट तक जाने का रास्ता एक है, बाकी सब कुछ दूर जाता है, कैरेट तक नहीं जाता. यू नो, रैबिट एंड द कैरेट, वो देखा होगा खेल में, एक रास्ता पूरा कैरेट तक जाता है, बाकी वहां जाएगा, थोड़ा दूर जाएगा, फिर अटक गया. So if you don't learn the right way, you will reach a certain height, and after that you will not be able to make progress. Real progress in English can be tested when you are with somebody who doesn't speak your mother tongue, and you are having a fantastic conversation with them. That person doesn't realize that there is a problem there. That is the real test of your language skills. बाकी कैट का जो एग्जाम होगा वो इंग्लिश का टेस्ट नहीं होता है, वो आपके एनालिसिस का टेस्ट होता है कि आप कितना अच्छा एनालाइज करते हैं. Yes, English is the prior first thing there, but there are lots of people who are very good at English, but they will not qualify CAT because they don't have the right analytical skills. हमारे यहाँ एग्जाम से जो इंग्लिश की समझ टेस्ट करते हैं ना, दैट्स द प्रॉब्लम. एग्जाम्स इंग्लिश के समझ टेस्ट करने के लिए नहीं होता है, एग्जाम आपको रिजेक्ट करने के लिए होता है. Number 4, why did, oh, we did that. Why did the Gestapo want to find her? Because she was doing them a lot of damage. 5,
Where did Nancy
Where did
go
she
after
go
where did
let
she go
go
after the
after
liberation of France?
liberation?
She returned to London.
He returned
How
to
many,
London.
how many medals?
How many
did she
She
receive?
How many
received as
medals
many
did
as
she
9
receive?
medals.
She
She
received 9
received.
medals.
9 medals?
9 medals. He received 9 medals.
Now, let's go to the main book, everyone. The next page will be homework for tomorrow. When did you last? I think you are going to talk to each other? Or have you done it already?
No,
I think you
not
did it
gone.
yesterday. You did it, yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next writing section. Writing section. You know, Ayat, whatever your papa thought, you know, before sending you to this class, he was nervous a little bit. I was very nervous too because of your age. But the kind of maturity shown and the way you talked yesterday, I noticed it was not just a fluke that you were using all the right structures to express different ideas, tenses, voice, you know, everything. They were all coming out right. You make good observations sitting quietly, you know. I have seen a lot of such students in my classes, where those who sit there quietly and keep observing the things they hear from my mouth. And this is where I take pride in myself. That when I talk, I try to avoid grammatical errors as much as possible so that you guys don't develop any bad habits listening to me. If I'm using tense, voice, all these things correctly, you know, and you're listening to me all the time, then it will have an impact on you. You will also start to use those things the right way. And this is how language is learned. There are hundreds of thousands of teachers, those who do not speak any other language other than English, from America, from Australia, from New Zealand, from England, from Singapore, from South Africa. We call them native speaker teachers. Native speaker teachers. And their classes are very expensive classes. Most of us will not be able to afford those classes. What is the best thing about their classes? This exposure that they offer. They keep talking to their students, and because they're native speakers, they keep using the words and phrases the right way. And those who stay in those classes sincerely, like you, they learn from listening to their teachers. The syllabus, the course, the exact exercises, all aside, they basically learn from their listening. They listen to their teachers. And that's why, like I said, their classes are very expensive. In all countries, like you talk about Mexico, you talk about, Bita, don't do that. This is one difference about you and her. There's age gap as well, a couple of years. So
There is two different.
personalities, yeah. Her personality is different. Well, I was saying that in countries like Mexico, Japan, China, there are teachers from their country. Okay, Chinese people teaching Chinese students, Japanese people teaching Japanese students, teaching them English. And then there are Americans teaching them English, British people teaching them English. Their salaries are very different. And when I got to know all these things many years ago, I said to myself that I have to model my classes on their style, on their pattern. I wanted to have a class where I teach exactly the way they teach. It was not easy for me. I keep talking to you, if you guys notice. I talk about all sorts of things if the guys give me confidence that they will not take me otherwise, And this is what actually helps my students in my class. It's not the syllabus only. The conversation, if I change this conversation to, if I restrict myself to the syllabus only and I don't talk much, okay, and if I use Hindi, all my students will learn less. Come back to the writing section, everyone. Picture stories, narrative writing. Narrative, you narrate something, you describe something, narrate. What happened, you tell, okay, narrate. Narrative writing. When I say narrate, then I say narrative, the pronunciation changes slightly, narrate, but narrative. Like Japan, but Japanese. It's not Japan, it is Japan. But when you make the adjective, you say Japanese. The stress changes. We'll talk about those things in later units. Change of stress. Picture stories, narrative writing. Aunt Camilla's portrait. Position of adjectives and adverbs. When you write a sentence, the adjectives and adverbs, what should be the word order? That is one thing you need to learn, the word order, right? That's the most important thing, the basic thing that you need to learn, the word order. Take a look. You have a sentence here. A dog jumped up at me. A basic sentence. You can add some adjectives and adverbs and add more details, more information. Where will these words go? So let's do exercise 1 right now, everybody. There are 8 sentences. Do them now. Yeah. Who? Who? Shams is here, yes. Who is Raz? R-A-Z? Who is Raz? R-A-Z?
I think Ravi, sir.
Is it you, Ravi? RZ, please unmute yourself and talk to me.
Yes, sir, I am.
It's yes, it's me. Yes, I am. No, yes, it's me.
Yeah, it's me.
अपने आप को आइडेंटिफाई करवा रहे हैं. आइडेंटिफाई करने के लिए हमेशा इट का यूज करो. यस आई एम नहीं बोल सकते. यस आई एम जवाब देंगे. आर यू क्रेजी? यस आई एम. आर यू हंग्री? यस आई एम. आर यू अ टीचर? यस आई एम. इज इट यू? यस इट्स मी.
I'm done, sir.
Okay. Done. A dog jumped up at me.
A large dog.
Suddenly can go in three different places. Suddenly, a large dog jumped.
Suddenly, a large dog jumped up at
A
me.
large dog suddenly jumped up at me. A large dog jumped at me suddenly. All are fine. But the first suddenly, a large dog jumped up at me is more common. Okay. Two,
Unfortunately, thank you for your
for
kind
your
invitation.
invitation. Now think about kind, udar, dayalu. We describe people. Yeah, kind invitation बोल रहे हैं. तो invitation kind नहीं है. The person who is inviting is kind. That's why kind invitation. इसीलिए हम लोग बोलते हैं lavish marriages. अभी आप बात कर रहे थे ना? Lavish people. Lavish people. People who spend a lot of और
Money.
extra. बी से नहीं, ई से बीच में आता बी. Extravagant. Extravagant. मतलब someone who loves spending money recklessly, wasteful, someone who spends a lot of money. Yeah. Extravagant, VAGNT, extravagant. And I said thrifty, but if you use this word this way, spendthrift, then it is opposite. Someone who spends a lot of money, wasteful, okay, spendthrift. But thrifty, someone who tight-fisted, someone who doesn't spend a lot of money, tight-fisted. Next bit, number 2. Thank you for your kind invitation. Unfortunately, I
I
can't come.
can't. I got.
3.
I got out of
I
bed
got out of
I
and
got a wind
went
down.
to make
We
a
went
cup
downstairs
of tea.
to make
When
a
Make
nice
a
cup.
I got out of bed and went downstairs to make a nice cup of tea. अरे कप नाइस था. ऐसे ही बोलते हैं, nice cup of tea, a nice cup of tea. To make a cup of nice tea नहीं बोल देना. To make a
A
nice cup
nice
of
cup.
Okay. 4. We
We
had
had a
a
lovely
Email
meal
lovely meal
and
We had
and
lovely meal
went
and
to
to
the
then
the
we went to
theater.
the
and
theater.
then we went to the theater.
5.
I was
Last
sitting
Thursday evening, I was sitting at home
I was sitting.
when something very strange happened. Something very strange happened. Last Thursday evening, I was sitting at home when something very strange happened. 6. He's got 3 sisters,
three
3
sisters,
older sisters, and
older
I've got
Older
and
sister.
3
I've
older
got older
sisters
sister
too.
too.
And the person.
7. There is a program on TV.
there is an
There is an
interesting
Is
interesting
a
program on TV tonight that I
that
want to
That
see very much.
yeah.
very
8. I worked all week. I worked really hard whole week,
I
all
worked
last week.
really
All
hard.
last week.
I worked really hard all last week. I worked really hard all. पढ़िएगा इनको दोबारा. ये एक्सरसाइज हो गया, इसको कभी ना देखे, आप जीरो इंग्लिश सीखोगे. लैंग्वेज लर्निंग में रेपिटेशन हैज इट्स ओन प्लेस. जब आप क लिखना सीखे थे, कितनी बार लिखे थे क? तो ऐसा हम आपसे नंबर पूछ रहे हैं. जो सिचुएशन था, तुम आपसे पूछ रहे थे 35 बार के 36 बार, जो पता नहीं बोले. You should have said many times. Because when you're learning a language, those who learn another language, a new language, they learn the same thing again and again. Repetition has its own place in language learning. So if you've done this exercise and you don't look back at these sentences again, and you think you are learning English, all right, it's okay to fool yourself. But if you spend 10-15 minutes with these sentences alone, trying to drink the word order again through your eyes, oh, okay. All right, then you learn. Got it? See ya.
Sir,
Bye-bye.
sir,
Yeah.
are there any differences between make an impact and have an impact?
Make an impact and have an impact. Something makes an impact, something has an impact. Okay. Well, it's 7:30. There can be nuances, like they are very much the same thing, but the nuances can be different, sometimes. If something makes an impact, okay, and something has an impact, they are very similar ideas. They are not very different from each other. But sometimes the nuances can vary a little bit. We'll discuss them tomorrow, okay?
Got it, sir.
All right. See you guys. Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye, sir. Good night.
Bye.